Brian here, back with another Filecoin update here. Right, last video we were right down in here. All right, if you go back and watch, we were right in this area here before this breakout. Okay, we put this first resistance line in there. The last video, I just added these last couple before I did the video here. There's support and resistance areas here if we break up this way. All right, I've been looking at this thing, and if you take this previous run over here, okay, and see what this is a bullish impulse here. That's what we're doing now, right? You can pull this over here, you maybe get an idea. These patterns sometimes, they don't exactly repeat each other, but sometimes they're pretty close. Okay, this would line up with our start down here, our first rejection right there. Okay, then a break up through support on this area, resistance up here, then a break up through. So we'll see how it plays out. So it could play something similar, but we gotta look at the RSIs for that. All right, on the daily, we're getting close to the top up there. All right, so let's move this over just a hair. Okay, the daily's near the top, the 12-hour. Let's see where the 12's at here. I apologize with a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue here. There we go. It should. There we go. We should be fine now. Okay, the 12-hour is getting near the top. The 8-hour. The 8 hours at the top, and the 4's at the top. All right, so you're looking for a correction here. All right, now if we go in here, we go into the 15-minute, zoom in here. All right, you can see we had a support line drawn here. All right, and then it started forming like almost like a flag or wedge pattern here. All right, it did break down from that. You can see right there. So we have a resistance line on top here. Okay, now the 15-minute is at the bottom here. All right, so we'll see if this thing busts back up through here. It should be, if this thing is going down, it should retrace to probably a 618 or 702 and then head back down. So could come up to that $4.81 or right up here against the resistance line at what is that, 483. All right, on a 15-minute, that should push it up the whole way. We'll probably break this line. It happens very often. Okay, but that's when especially if an ABC is coming in, that's where to put your Fibonacci in here. Watch for a retrace up here to that 618 or 702, then a continuation down. All right, so that's what I know. A lot of traders out there, a couple friends of mine, this is how they short coins. All right, so not financial advice, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. Please invest your money wisely. Don't listen to anybody else except a professional. So on a 15-minute here, it looks like this thing might have a little pop and then a correction over the 30. Let's see where 30's at. The 30's at the bottom also, but it's been down there for a while, showing weakness here. All right, now let's go back to that daily and see if there's any bearish divergence here. Pull this down. We're going to close this top one and take a look here. Geez, I don't like how they did this new thing. Now you got to go into your settings, and adjust them again. Get rid of that. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now, no bearish divergence here. We had this high right there, and then we ended up having a higher high. We had this low here, which was just about the same, okay, as this low here. All right, so showing strength for sure. That's on the daily. All right, you can see here the 12-hour right at the top. Okay, so this thing's due for a pullback. Now, where could that pullback be? Let's go back to the daily here, and let's move this out of the way for now. Okay, you can see this impulse started. Right, you can go from down here, or a lot of people do it differently. I go where from that impulse started. Okay, pull it up here. You'd be looking for a pullback. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? a 618. The golden zone is right on this line here. Okay, former resistance that we busted through. So believe it or not, in my personal opinion, I see this thing coming back down to roughly $4.29, somewhere right around there, and then we get the bounce up out of here. That's what I'm seeing here. So we'll see what happens. This chart, if it ends up playing anything like it, okay, you can. Well, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Look how that lines up. All right, we got this impulse. Then we have our retrace back down here. Okay, then we have our push up here, and then we'll see if this plays out. We're going to keep this chart on here. I'm going to keep that on here for the next video, and we'll see how this thing plays out. So please hit the like and subscribe button, guys. I would appreciate that so very much, and I'll talk to you soon. As soon as we get a pullback here and that pullback's done, we'll come back to the video and see if it continues following this pattern or not. So have a great night, everybody. Thanks a lot.